Watch the Mega Millions drawing live tonight here on TV23. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. You know what? Today is Tuesday, September 29th. There's only one more day left in September. Can you believe that? On today's show, we're going to be talking with Sonya Pena. She is from the Southwest Plains Regional Service Center. She is in charge of the Career Learning Center. I think I got that right, but she'll correct me when she comes on anyway. Hey, let's take a look at some news that's happening around there. The Kansas average price for regular unleaded gasoline has fallen now for 38 of the last 42 days, going back to August 17th, when the Kansas average was $2.58 per gallon. Now, today's Kansas average for regular unleaded gasoline is $2.15. Now, that's a 43-cent drop over this period of time, or nearly 17% lower than on August 17th. Now, the Kansas average underwent a few days of rising prices the past week, but settles today lower than last Tuesday by a penny, yet 26 cents lower than a month ago. Police on Friday arrested a 29-year-old Garden City man on allegations of multiple counts of sex crimes against two children. Sean Willard Kirk was arrested at about 10:30 a.m. Friday on 12 counts of rape and 12 counts of aggravated sodomy. Investigators reported sexual abuse against two children's ages 10 and 11. The incidents were reported to have been occurring since April. Now, Kirk is being held at the Finney County Jail on a $250,000 bond. And an early Sunday morning fire that fully engulfed the Wendy's restaurant on South Main Street in Scott City is still under investigation. Kansas State Fire Marshal investigator Chris Smith, who was at the restaurant most of Sunday, said the fire started at about 3:26 a.m. Ted Morris, co-owner of the Wendy's, said in a press release that the restaurant was closed for business at the time and the fire was reported. Now, no employees or customers were present and no one was hurt. Morris said it is now anticipated that the restaurant will be rebuilt on its current site. And a statewide list of 36,674 suspended voters, those who tried to register to vote but did not meet all the requirements, will start to disappear this week. A new rule proposed by Secretary of State Chris Kobach will remove people who have been on the list for more than 90 days if they haven't shown proof of citizenship. Now, before, they would have stayed on the list until they resolved their registration problem. The majority of those people, young, unaffiliated voters. More than half are unaffiliated with a party, while 18% are listed as Democrats and 22% are listed as Republicans. A 15-year-old Oklahoma girl died Sunday in Kingman County after leading the Pratt County Sheriff's Office in a high-speed chase. At 7:34 a.m., the Pratt County Sheriff's Office tried to stop a vehicle being driven erratically along US 54 by 15-year-old Rebecca Vandermeer of Texhoma, Oklahoma, and pursued her vehicle into Kingman County, where speeds reached in excess of 100 miles per hour. Now, Vandermeer exited onto 170th Avenue on the south edge of Cunningham when she lost control and went down the exit ramp's shoulder and rear-ended a semi. The Kansas State Department of Education has been awarded 2 grants totaling nearly $500,000 to support the work of school nutrition professionals in preparing healthy meals for students. The grants are from the United States Department of Agriculture, Food and Nutrition Services. Kansas will receive the funds to expand its training programs that incorporate and implement the 2010 dietary guidelines in meals served under the National School Lunch Program and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. And finally, over the weekend, KGUY 91.3 FM was taken off the air. The decision was made at the broadcast tower site after a crew unsuccessfully tried to climb the tower to make repairs. The severity of the tower damage led to a decision by the owner, American Tower, to take the tower down immediately. In the process, a significant amount of damage occurred to the broadcast equipment. High Plains Public Radio is in the process of locating a new tower site, making equipment repairs, and acquiring a new antenna. However, it will be a while before that process is complete. In the meantime, you can listen to HPPR on either 91.1 FM or 89.5 FM. That's kind of something. A phone call would have been nice. Say, hey, we're going to take your tower down. But no. Stick around. I'll be back with some weather right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And here we are. We look off to the northeast on the TV 23 tower cam. It's a nice day out there. Let's take a look at our temperatures here at the station. See, I told you 70 degrees, relative humidity 65%. Winds are out of the northeast at 4. Barometric pressure on the rise. Looking around the area, you can see there is a cold front that's moving in. Okay, we didn't think it was going to be here till like tonight or tomorrow, but you can see it's coming in right here across from Perryton up through Medicine Lodge. That's where that baby is, because you can see the current temperatures are in the 60s and 70s. Perryton on the other side of that front still at 83. Looking at our current dew points, everybody pretty much in the 50s except for Elkhart, just a little drier at 48. Now you can really tell where that front is because you can look here. Winds are out of the southwest down here at Perryton. Everybody else, winds are pretty much out of the north. 17 in Garden City, 20 in Guyman out of the north, but it's going to cool off, I'm telling you. All right, looking at our recorded highs yesterday at the Garden City Community Airport. Regional airport, not community. Well, I guess it's a community airport. 90 degrees was the high yesterday. 97 back in 1953. 54 was our overnight low. 34 back in 1985. No new rain in the bucket. Looking at our forecast for today, 74 the high. Winds are going to be out of the north-northeast at 14. Then tonight, yep, chance of showers sneaking in. I think these are going to stay pretty much in the northern part of the viewing area. 56 for the low. Winds are going to shift around a little bit to the east at 14. Then tomorrow, still a 20% chance of rain hanging around, 76 the high. Winds are going to be out of the south-southeast at 14. And then tomorrow night, 57, mostly cloudy. Winds, yep, you guessed it, still out of the southeast. Look at that. In the 7-day, we had a bunch of sunshine and only 2 days of rain on here. Now you can see we got rain all 7 days. And it's really going to start to cool off Saturday and Sunday. Look at those lows. They're going to get down into the 40s. Friday night, you're going to have to go to the football game. Stick around. We'll be back with markets right after this.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
And we're back. I'm now joined by Sonya Pena. She is the Community Learning Center Coordinator at Southwest Plains Regional Service Center.
Perfect.
Can you get that on a name badge?
No.
That is a bunch, Sonya.
And it's only half my job. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, all right. So you're in charge of the Community Learning Center that is located here in Sublette.
Correct.
At the Southwest Plains Regional Service Center.
Correct.
And your big thing is, though, right now, you guys are this year concentrating on adult learning?
Adult learning.
So it's gone from a community learning center to an adult learning center, basically.
Yes. We used to take under 18 students, and we've just now started focusing on only adults. We have 5 other learning centers in western Kansas, in Lakin, Holcomb, Scott City, Dodge City, and the one here in Sublette. And anybody that never received a high school diploma is welcome to come to one of our centers and enroll for $10 for the school year. And
$10?
$10.
Shut up.
Nope,
$10.
$10.
You can go to school for 10 and get your high school diploma for $10.
$10 and get your high school diploma. That's right.
You can't beat that price.
I know, and it's not a GED. The students get to work at their own pace. It's all online. If they have internet at home, they can come in and enroll, and they can work from home. And if they don't, we would love to have them in the centers.
Okay, so if you are an adult, say 19 to 95,
right,
you can enroll.
Yes, you can.
And get a real full-fledged high school diploma.
That's right. So if you've taken credits anywhere else, if you made it all the way up before you were a junior, you can bring in your transcript. We'll figure out where you are, and we will get you to finish. If you never even went to school at all, we'll start you from the very beginning, and you'll still be able to get a high school diploma.
So you can, so you can start from the beginning.
Yep.
Or pick up where you left off.
Exactly.
Holy mackerel.
I know, and we have classes for adults that just never learned how to read. We have classes for ESL students so they can learn English. We have lots of things that we can offer.
You have it all.
I know.
All right, so here's the big question now. How is all this funded?
Okay, the funding process.
Good question.
Yeah,
especially this year.
Yes, it's very complicated. It used to kind of be based on seat time, and the districts shared that expense with us, the districts where the community learning centers were located. This year, it is going to be based on how many credits the students earn. So we're going to get paid based on how many credits they complete, which is going to be a big change. And I don't know if it's going to stay that way or not.
Because before the block grant funding, I mean, you used to count your students on FTE or full-time enrollment as of what the official count was always September 20th is the big day. How many kids you got in the seats on September 20th? That's what the state gave you in funding, correct?
Basically, our students had to spend a little bit of time before September 20th and time afterward, and then we would be able to count them for a full FTE or a portion of an FTE, and that's how we were funded for the year.
So now if a student shows up and they're taking 5 credits or whatever, you're going to get paid for those 5 credits. It's on an individual student basis.
Right, that they complete.
But right now, okay, so do you get any funding from the local school districts in the area that you're helping?
Yes, that is how we are funded. The school districts, and especially this year, the school districts just got that block grant, and so whatever money they got last year for their learning centers, they got again this year.
That's what they're going to chip in this year.
That's what they're chipping in this year.
And since the block grants are a 2-year deal for sure that we know of, then next year also.
I hope.
You hope, yeah. Knock on my wood head that you hope. All right, so how many students do you have in your program here in Sublette?
Right now, we have 17 enrolled this year. We normally have about 50. So I think that everybody's kind of nervous about what's been going on with the funding and the grant. And we also are just like everybody else. We made our curriculum a little bit more challenging in the last year, and that's kind of scared some of our students a little bit. But we really want them to come back.
So how do you guys set your curriculum then?
We purchase a program, and it's all online. And the program that we have is really good because it has foundations courses. It has credit recovery courses. If a student got an F, they can take that class again and just do the parts that they needed help with. We've got AP classes for students that are really advanced, but it's different. And, you know, change is hard sometimes. So I think that's why some of our students haven't come back.
Okay, so what kind of a class schedule do these students maintain? I mean, is it work at your own pace? They don't actually, if they can do it online, they don't actually have to put their rear in a seat at the learning center, right?
Right. We usually enroll them in 1 or 2 classes because the goal is to get them finished with a class to get our funding. So we're going to put them in 1 or 2 classes, and as they finish, we'll enroll them in a different one, and they just work at their own pace. They come in, they take their tests with us so that we know that they're the person taking the test, and the rest of the time they can work from home if they want.
So how quick could you, say if you were doing an English course or something like that, how quickly could you get through a course?
Depends on how much time you have to put into it, really. We had a student probably 5 years ago that took all 21 credits required in Sublette in 1 year. And he sat in the center from 8 to 5 every single day, the whole school year, and got it all done.
That's getting after it.
That is getting after it. And he didn't have a job. And most of our students have jobs and they have families, so they're not spending a lot of time on it.
So, okay, and you were talking about, let's get back to the testing, because this is the part I really, yeah, I was not good at testing, still not. Get back to the testing. How does the testing, how is it made up, and how does it count towards their high school diploma?
Our students don't take state assessments like regular high school students do because they're adults. And so the testing that they do is from the curriculum. They do unit tests just like you would if you were sitting in a classroom, and then they do a final test just like you would if you were in a classroom. So that part of it's all similar. And then we award them a grade at the end.
You grade on a curve?
No. I bet they wish we would.
Sonya, if I was in your class, I would need that curve.
I know.
I would need that curve badly.
We're there to help them as much as they need help. So
when do they start signing up? I mean, when are they? I mean,
that's a great question.
Do you just have to? Okay, it's the beginning of the year. I have to come in and I have to sign up now. That's the only time you can sign up.
No, we send out reminders when we come back to school in August, and most of the learning centers run on the exact same calendar that their school district does. So when they're on Christmas vacation, we're on Christmas vacation. When they have a snow day, we have a snow day. So that's kind of nice.
But they're working online. They can take their classes.
They still can go to school. You're right.
All right.
But we take enrollment all year long, so they can still come in anytime. We want to see them.
Okay. So if you want to sign up for this, though, I mean, can you say it's semester? If you wanted to, I want to start my whatever English courses, and I know that there's an adult learning center in Sublette. Can I come in and say, Sonya, I'd like to go to school now?
You can come in any day of the week.
Any day of the week
any
and just
day of
start?
the week, all throughout the year, and just start.
For $10.
For $10.
For $10. All right.
Yep.
I'm a little disappointed, though, you don't grade on the curve, because I would need that very, very badly.
I've been watching you today. I understand.
Wow. I'm going to do somebody come get the knife out of my back. Sonya, it was great to have you in here today. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. And if you want to finish your high school diploma, get over to the Southwest Plains Regional Service Center here in Sublette. See Sonya. She'll get you set up. Stick around. I'll be back with more after this.
Feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
And welcome back. I think I got the bleeding in my back stopped after Sonya kind of hit me pretty hard there, but that's okay. That was a fun interview. Hey, let's take a look at some sports. This time, a sluggish start did in the Kansas City Chiefs a week after stunning last-minute loss at home to Denver. Now, Jamal Charles, he did rush for 3 touchdowns, including 2 in a respectable fourth-quarter effort for the Chiefs. But Kansas City still lost 38-28 to the Green Bay Packers last night. Aaron Rodgers pretty much put it on them with 5 touchdown passes, and Packers had a pretty fair rushing game going last night, too. Ben Roethlisberger, he gingerly made his way out of the Pittsburgh Steelers facility yesterday. His left leg mobilized under a brace and his attitude upbeat. Well, what else would he be? The leader of one of the NFL's most dynamic offenses is expected back in some point in 2015. He sprained his MCL in his left knee Sunday in their win over St. Louis. And the St. Louis Cardinals, they can clinch their 3rd straight National League crown. All they need is a win over second place Pittsburgh tonight. Now, they're already assured a playoff spot. The Blue Jays, they can wrap up their first AL East title in 22 years with a win at Baltimore, and the Yankees have to lose in Boston. Other than that, and the Royals, they didn't look so good last night either. Well, they lost to the Cubs in a makeup game, I think 1-0 in the bottom of the 11th. Home run. Let's take a look at our weather quick. 72 out right now. Relative humidity still 62%. Winds are out of the north-northeast at 4. Barometric pressure, on the rise. Looking at the 7-day, there's a lot of wet on there. There's a chance of rain pretty much for the next 7 days. It's going to start cooling off. We're going to see 63 degrees for the high on Saturday. Hello, October. Lows in the 50s and 40s. Call your cable operator. You want to see us on a daily basis. See you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Something I feel when I'm right here.